Hey everybody, welcome back to another beer review today, and thank you for tuning in. This is the finale of our three-part series of barrel-aged beers. So, today on the list we have Boulevard Brewing Company's Whiskey Barrel Stout. So in our first two episodes we had a, what did we have? We had a beer that was just cellared in oak barrels. And then the most recent video we did was in wine barrels, and then the beer today is going to be in whiskey barrels. And this is from the Boulevard Brewing Company, and these guys are out of, I believe this is Kansas? Yeah, Kansas City, Missouri. So this is brewed and bottled by the Boulevard Brewing Company, and this is an Imperial Stout, barrel-aged in whiskey, aged in whiskey barrels. This beer weighs in at 11.8% alcohol by volume, and it has 32 IBUs. So guys, we've had some beers from Boulevard before. We actually had their Tank 7 beer, and I will leave a link in the description below if you want to check out some more beers from Boulevard, but they make some quality beers. So I'm hoping this one is just going to be the same. And if you guys notice a cat kind of roaming around the video here, we're actually cat sitting this weekend. So yeah, he's right over there. He's kind of off camera, but he might jump on the table. Anyway, so this is Boulevard Brewing Whiskey Barrel Stout. So let's go ahead and get into this bottle, you guys. Boulevard usually does some simple artwork and simple labeling with their bottles, so your tilted square on the glass there, and pretty good looking label. I think it's minimal, but it's got that kind of worn out whiskey look that's on there. So let's go ahead and get into this beer, you guys. Alright, so let's go ahead and crack this bad boy open. Now with this beer I let it sit out for a little bit to kind of warm up to room temperature. That way whatever kind of flavors we would get with this, it'll stand out, and I can maybe let you guys know what it is that I'm drinking. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's pour it into the glass. Nice dark brown, almost black body coming out. And that's all of it, you guys. That is all of it. Not sure. Oh yeah, 12 fluid ounces. So that's pretty much your standard bottle size. And this beer looks great. It looks really, really good in the glass, you guys. So what do we got? We have a nice dark body, and then a khaki color head there on the top, maybe a half a finger, not even that. It's got a very soapy kind of complexity to it. But looking into this glass, I see my reflection right back at me. So there's no light getting through this beer. It looks really good. Let's go ahead and give it a sip. Or a whiff. Let's give it a whiff first, and then we'll give it a sip. Alright. So this beer is not messing around when it comes to your whiskey. It stands out. It is definitely there, and it is in your face. Kind of behind all that whiskey scent and smell, you kind of get a little bit of chocolate, maybe a little bit of espresso in there. Roasted malts. And it kind of has like this weird like oatmeal taste or smell to it, and then maybe some dark fruit, but what it is I can't really tell because, again, back to that whiskey, it is just in your face. It is all over the place right now. So let's go ahead and give it a first sip, you guys. Thank you for watching this review. Thank you for tuning in. And here we go. Cheers to you guys. Here we go. First sip. Okay, that's good. The fruit flavor really stands out with your first sip. I've let it warmed up, like I mentioned, so a lot of different things are standing out. Some raisins, maybe some plums, that chocolate and the espresso are all kind of mixed in there, but the dark fruits are really standing out in this beer when you taste it. A little bit of an alcohol burn. When you first take a sip, boom, a little bit of whiskey. You can definitely feel it. It's warm. You can feel it across your tongue, and as it goes down, but the all that fruit flavor really kind of balances out and gives it a good quality taste. And it's smooth. It's very smooth drinking. It's very, for a stout, it's very light bodied in my opinion. It almost has kind of like a watery kind of substance, or like a watery mouthfeel. Yeah, you can. That last sip I got, as I exhaled after taking a sip, with the whiskey, you could taste and kind of smell some of the barrels, some of that woodiness, that oakiness that these barrels, or this beer was, barreled in, and that was actually kind of cool. I wasn't expecting that with how much whiskey was in this, or how much you could taste and smell, but that woodiness, that oakiness from the barrels really just stood out right there. But again, those fruit flavors are really standing out. And I'm really thinking that's what I'm liking about this beer, is that all that is kind of dancing around, and it's not as hidden as some other beers that we've had in the past. So that's actually really nice. It's got like a, I don't know, maybe that bitterness that I'm getting is from maybe it's dark chocolate. I don't get that kind of taste with milk chocolate, but the dark chocolate, if there is any in here, I'm not really sure what kind of chocolate it is here. Maybe it's those, I'm not sure what it is really, to be honest, but if it is a dark chocolate, you kind of get that bitter taste in your mouth. It's almost like a, again, like from the coffee or espresso, that's kind of maybe what you're getting. It doesn't say there's any coffee in here, but the espresso you could definitely kind of taste if that's what it is, that biting bitterness, but it's real quick and it's gone. And then again, back to the whiskey, back to the fruit, quality beer. All right, guys, let's go ahead and rate this beer. This is going to be one of those beers that you're going to want to sip at home. You don't want to be driving or going anywhere when you do this, or when you have this beer. And if you are going out, make sure you have a ride home. Be safe about it. Be smart. Excuse me. But at 11%, almost 12%, this is going to be something you want to sip on, take your time with, watch a movie, watch a game, hang out with some friends, and just treat it with respect, because this beer will sneak up on you and do some damage if you don't pay attention. So anyway, let's give it a final rating. I'm going to go ahead and I think this is my favorite beer of the barrel age series that we've done. So even though last one I gave 4 out of 5, this is a really quality beer. I really like the whiskey characters and that fruit that's really kind of standing out. So we're going to go ahead and give this beer, I'm also going to give this 4.5 out of 5. Quality beer, lots of stuff going on. The whiskey is good. It's not overpowering. That fruit flavor, I'm really a big fan of when it comes to stouts. That's really standing out as a good taste. It's got a nice espresso, kind of dark chocolate kind of taste. Quality beer, you guys. Go pick yourself up some whiskey barrel stout from Boulevard. If you guys have had this beer, leave some comments down below. I would greatly appreciate, and I want to hear what you guys have to say. What is your favorite stout? What's your favorite barrel aged stout, if there is one out there that you like? If you enjoyed this review today, you guys, give me a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button right down here. And as always, guys, thank you for watching, and we will see you on the next episode. Cheers.